let's take a question from Barry in Chicago, who says, can you talk about 401ks? Some of us only have access to the market through our 401k. We can't buy the dip in Apple or Amazon, and it's a very good point. When should we get back in if our timeline is 5 or 10 years? Jim, it's probably a good question for you.
Yeah, well, as I'm hearing you ask that question, I'm thinking one of the beautiful things about 401k is usually every month you're getting something taken out of your paycheck to put in. And that's exactly the way to do it with your 401k. You've got decades usually. I don't know how old the questioner is, but most people have decades before they're going to use this. And this bear market, look, bear markets generally take a couple of years to recover. Just keep buying every month. Don't worry about whether today is the bottom or, tomorrow is the top of a bear market rally. With your 401k, you're thinking 20 years out, and you're in Fat City right now. You're like Warren Buffett saying, his words, not mine, an oversexed man in a harem. You're in great shape. You've got to put money in the market. Keep doing it.
He may have said
it's
that.
His words, not mine.
I don't know if he said that publicly on TV.
He did, Scott.
Okay. All right.
That was in the last great crisis.
We'll go back and check. Carrie, I want to go to Carrie. I can't mess around. I got things to get to. Glenn in Summit, New Jersey. What does the investment committee recommend in healthcare? Carrie, it's good for you.
Yeah, so I think that we've had a big drop in all the service providers, of course, because, whether it's hospitals, insurers, nobody wants to touch them. They're probably oversold right here. A number of the drug companies are working on products or types of vaccines and therapeutics. I think that you can buy the larger drug companies, Merck, Pfizer, Lilly. They've all been hit. The larger service companies, Medtronic, and the device companies, again, because there's a future for them, even if right now they're very challenged.
Okay. And Steve Weiss, you've talked about some REITs. I think it was Agree Realty. We have a question from Sydney in Austin, Texas. Let's talk about REITs. Is Store Capital, and that's a Josh Brown name, is Store the easy answer? Or are there other options? Is there always a place for REITs in your portfolio?
There is a place for a number of REITs in the portfolio. The reason I like Agree is because they have the blue chip client base, just signing up Walmart. It's triple net lease. So I don't see the risk in it that perhaps you have in Store. They've transitioned the company completely from the old Circuit Cities and Radio Shacks to Lowe's, to Walgreens. So they're on a strict rent basis, not on a percentage of revenue basis, which I like. So I added to Agree again. I also added meaningfully to Crown Castle. It's been a long time since this stock sold with an over 4% yield. And with my 5G play, this fits perfectly in it, and this is going to be a huge stock. There was actually no reason for it to decline. But with the rates where they are, expect to see a pickup again in the yield plays. I'm surprised they're down as much.
All right, Joe, to you. John in Carlsbad, California, bought a small amount of Exxon a while back at 81.57. He says, would it make sense to match the quantity at today's price to lower my average cost?
No. Not in the energy market. I would not do that. As I said before, the opportunities are going to be on the credit side. I'm not adding to energy at all.
Okay.
If oil is telling you anything, is that is going to be the contagion spot going forward, and that can't be solved by the Federal Reserve or the administration.
Okay.